Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Minecraft Nether Railway set, which uses some relatively new pieces and one very new piece to create a new system for building Minecraft tracks that are expandable. And in fact, in this one, they actually have a whole system going on where this is a block that can be reused. This is a block that can be reused. The T intersection is a block that can be reused. So you can take this whole thing apart and actually make different track layouts, and I'll show you a couple different ones that they suggest at the end of this. This works very smoothly. The cart here is able to just move around. It's actually even able to get up this hill. I don't have to really pick it up. Kind of has wheels on it that make it smooth enough to be able to go up there. Let's see, about around this corner over here. See, that doesn't work so well. Try that one more time, more carefully, see if it'll go down. Kind of depends on how easy you go with it. They even have a little bump in the road over here, and that has an action feature built into it. Notice the small magma cube off to the side. Well, that is on a little cantilevered system, so it jumps up as you pass to give you a little scare, just to remind you that it's there. And I find that always actually sticks in the up position, so you have to push it back down. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Maybe if I kind of loosen up these pieces just a little bit, but I don't know. I think it's cool. Then let me show you how this track system works. They've got the curved tile pieces, the kind of macaroni shaped tile pieces that are a relatively recent addition to the LEGO catalog, in large and in small. So the large ones are used for the outsides of these turns, and they use one new piece, which is this one that just gives you that little bit of gap filler for the end. I thought that was going to be the thickness of a plate, but it's not. It's actually more than that. I didn't measure it exactly, but it just works with the 45-degree angle at the end, allowing you to do different things. It just fills in the space so that there ends up being very little gap, the absolute minimal gap between the end of the tile and the next section. And for straight sections, you don't need that at all. This is just a 1x6 tile on either side. And then for the T's, it can just use two inner curves. It allows you a little bit of room to move around here, but that's okay because it just lets you turn. It works quite easily. If you don't have to be at a perfect angle here, like I can come in here kind of off angle, off straight, and then it just turns me back. Makes the cart want to continue on. So there's another curve. The little action one just has a small bump made out of a couple of cheese slopes there. It's able to move off to the side, and you're still able to use one rail to give you, just stability and to continue going straight. This is a soul sand area over here with a couple of mushrooms. The incline, I'll show you that from this side. That's it's just angled with a Technic piece used there, and it's actually very sturdy when you get up that incline. Actually, when you come up to that incline, they use these Technic brick or Technic plate pieces to give you round ends to the base of the cart, so it doesn't get stuck there. And you get up to the top and pretty much immediately move on to the next track. That's just another regular curve, continuing on with the soul sand. It's elevated up a little bit, some nether quartz or around the side, the ore that can be picked out, of course. I'll show you the figures a little bit later on. And yeah, that's the basis of the whole thing. Oh, the one other thing is the powered rail section here, which has a little bit of gold and a little bit of trans red in there. Not the best look, but actually pretty good. It has the important things in there. I think that would actually look better if they had a brighter color beneath the redstone approximating bits, because right now I think they're being darkened a bit by the dark red color beneath. You got a button over here to get started as well. And that's the layout of the track, and that's the crux of how this set works. This actually is compatible with the original year one, season one, the mine set. It uses the same basic shape of the track, the inner part of the track that's used. It's just one stud wide, and this will still work. It's the same sort of system that's used for that, with just a stud at the front, stud at the back to provide support, or to, to basically give it the ability to follow the rails. Yeah, so that allows you to actually expand. Now, it won't, I don't know if there are any spots where it'll directly connect, but with a minimum amount of rebuild, you certainly could get it to connect. And in the instructions, they also show that this is still using the same basic system that they've established for all of the Minecraft sets as far as the height of the floor area. So this will connect over to the Nether Fortress. It'll connect to many other sets as well. As for rebuilds, so there are all of the components, the major components that go into this set, the small sub-assemblies that you create and then assemble together. So here's another suggestion for how to put everything together. It's a bit different, right? It's not completely different. You still have a small elevated area. This has just a slightly larger elevated area with the T and kind of the start being elevated, and that uses just the parts, just the components in this set. You don't even have to really take anything apart. You just break it down to that level there. And then they have one other suggestion. There's just showing how the major pieces go together at first. And then they do the elevated section. I want to show you one other idea that they have, which is a little bit more of a point-to-point thing with a turnaround at the end, a 360-degree little loop at the end, so you could just go around in circles if you want. It just shows even better how this system works. So you can use 3 curves and a T together to create that loop that lets you turn around. You can do all sorts of things with this. So this is definitely a set that you can get many of and really expand upon. This magma cube is something special as well because it has the printed tile piece. Notice those are tiles facing towards you. The whole thing is built like this, right? This is up here, and so by default it's on its side, and there are the undersides. This is just pretty straightforward, just bricks and plates and tiles, except for this. Haha, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. It actually even has some of the sound of one of these cubes going around. They just, it's just a brilliant, super simple build that uses the axles, the shorter axles with stoppers, and then they actually have window frames to give those enough space to fit in as everything collapses. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I just wish there was an easy way with the parts included in the set to get it to stay in its expanded form like that, or partly expanded form. But you can certainly put some things just beneath here to make that happen. The 2 proper minifigs included are just a Steve with the diamond main body armor and diamond pickaxe, and then a zombie pigman. Unfortunately, the printing for Steve's face is a little bit off there. It's just got a little bit poor luck with the registration of the colors on that one. But these are just standard ones, nothing new to be seen here. But I do want to also point out that the small magma cube that's included in the set uses just a regular Minecraft minifig head. So I'm going to remove Steve's slightly misprinted head and just put this on it to show you how that works and show you that print up a little bit more closely. See, it works. You can use it as a custom skin. The set is some kind of brilliant, if you ask me. I had to really contain my excitement and my adoration for this thing because there's just so much good about this. This whole track system is something that's not going to be limited to just Minecraft. A lot of folks are going to use that exact same system for above ground stuff, for regular minifig scale stuff. You can use it as a basic track system for, I don't know, moving any kind of thing. It just the possibilities are, I won't say limitless, but they are many. They are quite many, especially with the ability to go up. I mean, if you keep this on the ground, there may actually be some way to find or to figure out how to power something around that. It's going to be tough to get around the curves, but it may be possible with just a 2-wheel drive system at the front or a 1-wheel drive system at the front to pull something along. But this is done so nicely, not only with how the tracks are able to work and how the cart is able to move around on it, but these modular components, the modular sub-assemblies that allow you to easily expand this. If you just get 2 of these sets and just build these sub-assemblies, you can make so many different types of layouts. And that really just speaks to my love of trains and train layouts, and also kind of think in terms of slot cars and go-kart track. There's just so many possibilities. That magma cube is also great. I'm not going to tell you you should buy this set unless you think you want to buy this set, in which case you should buy this set. If you like what you see, I think you will love actually having it in person, and especially just messing around with the track sections that are included here. If you have any possibility of getting 2 of these at one time, that'll give you so much more enjoyment. If you like setting up track systems, maybe even if you have no interest in trains and track systems, this may actually spark an interest in it for you because of just how cool and how well the modular system works. So enough gushing from me. Yes, I like this quite very much, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about it, including if there's anybody out there who doesn't like this and has some issues with it. Please let that be known. But if you like what you see, also share that with not just myself but other viewers as well. Thank you very much for watching. Hope that I showed you everything you wanted to see about this set, how it works and how it's built. I'll be talking to you again soon in the next video.